Okay, hello everybody. Hello Jenny. You're welcome. Be honest, if you watch yesterday live, it's not gonna be a lot more. But yeah, it's Friday, so it's a day for a public live stream. We'll see if there's a bit of people coming in. But yeah. So, what do we have today? Not so much. Not so much of a great price action here. Starting to watch at the weekly chart here because we are coming to the end of the week. So if we didn't have any continuation, this looked just like consolidation before continuation so far. We didn't manage to test supply of this past week. Last week moved down. So still something I'm aiming to. But yet, doesn't look especially strong so far. We didn't even retest it June low here this week. Well, pretty clearly we just have been doing sideways. So, okay, I'm gonna start with a recap on the high time frame, mid time frame, and lower time frame. And there's a bit of people watching. Good. First of all, yeah, I was looking at this. We have the halving date, so starting with the higher time frame here. Because now, with the state of the market, the only thing we can really hope for is the next halving that is coming in pretty close now. We are closer to the next one than the previous one, right? And it is in 2024. It should be around March of 2024. But this date can change depending on the difficulty adjustment, obviously. Let's say now, if I look how long, yeah, when did Bitcoin bottom in the past compared to its next halving? You can see we bottom here 500 days before, so a year and a half, 2 years. Pretty much the same thing here. 500 days. And right now we are right into the same time frame here. We are closer to the next halving that we were for the last two bottoms here. So surely how is this gonna evolve in the next months is it's gonna tell a lot if Bitcoin is gonna survive all of this or not, right? We did broke. It's important to notice and to be aware that we did broke several high time frame support here significantly. We did already a few weeks back for the 200 moving average. So it's fine as long as we consolidate below it and we reclaim it. We are still consolidating below it because we didn't really have any, not any, but not much capitulation here. But still, we are having extremely bad news here. at a state where we are already quite oversold. I think we never been such oversold on a monthly RSI, on anything. We did add a buy signal on Ash Ribbon when we were here still. We are lower now. Yeah, we don't have a monthly reversal, but you know, we have a lot of bottoming signal, and we are where we are. So I'm still really doubtful that we're not gonna see more consequence of what is happening currently. So I kind of still lean toward eventually looking to 9K at some point. At the same time, we are already so oversold, already breaking several trend or historical support, or even this parabolic advance. Log growth curve, we have it here, I guess. Oh, it is not loading. So it's really difficult. I mean, it's difficult for everybody here, or most of the people that are in crypto, because we are really wondering what we are doing here. You know, crypto is supposed to be, or was supposed to be a revolution. And now we see that it was that have been done at FTX that we did not revolutionized much in this industry so far. Hey G, good to see you. So, you know, we are really at the crossroad of is this whole gonna fail and go back to oblivion, or are we gonna hold this? And at the same time, the news is heavily more bearish here than it was, I don't know, here or even here. Yet, we are not seeing any capitulation so far. So really uncertain. Why is my log curve all the way up here? I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, yeah, next date on site is next halving. So for the count we have here, next halving, that will be around that date, so that I'm stressing at all. That's the fib time extension tool of the move up here. So yeah, on the very high time frame, and we'll still be looking at potentially a count like this, knowing that we don't have to go that low if we can manage to recover from here. Might have 5 waves finished and still do something like this, or continue a bit more down before bouncing, and etc. Overall, I kind of like this scenario, or something close to this, for the simple fact that we did not see any capitulation, but we are seeing extreme fear, very extreme fear. We are also seeing a lot of Bitcoin being moved out of exchanges, and position being closed or moved from an exchange to another. So an market is trying to find a new equilibrium not simply in terms of price, but where we keep the supply here. On the bullish side, we also have a lot of supply that is gone. No, about that, but basically FTX was printing like Bitcoin, right? Because all the open interests that they were open with Bitcoin collateral and FTX was just not existing. There was no Bitcoin or FTX. And so now that all of this is gone, that is supply that is gone. So we have a reduction in supply to the crypto environment here. This might be partly an explication why we are holding. But high time frame. So this mean what does this mean? That mean we potentially are in a wave 4 of higher degree. So that will allow us to not completely collapse, but still try to find balance for the next few months and year. And yeah, eventually come back to the 9K or lower area of support here before going for another ride. Your count will violate the general idea of BTC bottom follows the logarithmic curve for BTC. No, just wondering when look at your low. Yeah, we already broke the logarithmic curve here. And at least on the weekly, we did close below. We are likely going to close this week below as well. And that was already an extension of the log curve. That's a negative one. But we already have a lot of indicators that have been broken here, at a low that we never seen in Bitcoin. We are really oversold, and we went beyond what we usually retrace, or what we always have retraced at max. Something happened here, and pretty significant something. So yeah, we lost the most strong trend. In fact, we already started to lose it when we didn't hold the 30K, because that's where we had our nice flat, or even here. Potentially for 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue the trend. As we went here, we lost the 200 moving average and weekly. We went too much oversold. We liquidated so much bulls in here. Yeah, and now we are breaking some confidence that some may have given to crypto. Hello, hasta la vista. Yeah, my count goes even deeper, of course, but yeah, for me, we already broke the trend here. We broke the most bullish trend. And I will keep moderate expectation as long as we don't reclaim 30K. Should we, whatever happened here, should we reclaim 30K? Okay then. That was the maxed fears, maxed capitulation. It was there, and that was bottom. But until we reclaim 30K and not just spike above it, right? Until we reclaim that level, it's legitimate to expect lower, in my opinion. And to wait, at least wait for, price to stabilize a bit, like, have a bit of stabilization, find a support, and then see your accumulation structure. That's also why I had that, so that's why I'm not totally excluding anything, but we saw how each time we made a bottom, we had a, well, here two previous support, flip resistance here. And here, that flip resistance, we have a really nice little range after the last breakdown, big move down, a range. Like here, we have accumulation at 6K, then breakdown, accumulation, deviation, and recover. Here we have support at 30K, really important. Now we broke down, and that's why as well, should we reclaim 30K? Okay, I'm flip back relatively bullish, most likely. Depending on the circumstances, but most likely. Until then, I think we need to practice patience and lower expectation, at least for the short term. That's remain. And that's the count I can see here was bullish, because otherwise the bullish count that we had, well, we still have the ending diagonal ID. That could work. You know, that's the idea was still into the macro fifth wave overall. I mean, why not, right? It's structurally valid. But that count is pretty much cooked. We didn't went to invalidation for that one, but that was a initial bias, you know, that we were in a wave 4 here of that degree. Invalidation remained top of wave 1, so theory we did not invalidate it yet. Through it's getting way too much extended to be the most sensible one. But you see, it will make sense the 3K area for bottom because it can do 30x again and then next run up. If it doesn't pull back enough, the return will decrease in general. Yeah, okay. Now keeping in mind that I think it's kind of a good thing if the potential of the run after is lowering overall over the time as an asset is maturing. You should get less volatile, so give less gain possibility, but also less losses. Now, when I made make that count here, just an idea, you know, here it's kind of a minimum target, but we could go deeper in theory. We could even break 3K low. We'll have to see how this develops, but just here I have a decent confluence. 1-1 extension potentially, or a move like this, and I have a minimum retrace for wave 4 of that degree. That's why it's here, and I know we have very good support here. That's where we have 9K, 2-9 and 10K, 9 and 7, I think, depending on the exchange, but that's where we have the most volume support. 6K here. And probably 9 on the last, yeah, 9 here on that part. Yeah, that's just a projection for now. It's way too early to say it's gonna play like this. Full bear scenario, you know, we could be in a wave 2, but not sure I'm buying this as a bullish thing, because if we go down, I mean, if we finish 5 waves, that means we're going into probably a pretty long accumulation again. And I already made my statement that going back below below 3k at 1k market cap is so little for Bitcoin that it would just tell me there is no real interest in it. And that count would mean if we're going into a 1-2 that we're going into a third, so an even stronger one, a stronger move that we had already in the 10 years here. Which doesn't feel realistic at the moment. Should we see price action come below 3k? I'm not saying this. That's very bullish. And what could happen that this is 5-way finished already, and we are just going to lose value until there is only a true hardcore that keeps us a true Bitcoin maximalist. I think there will be always some Bitcoin maximalist. But you know, if there is government enforcement or ban on Bitcoin mining, on trading, and etc., things can get worse than we think. Or if there is a big blackout on internet or electricity, big problems in a big part of the world, Bitcoin will not have much value. Neither your euro or your dollar probably, but that's another subject. So bear, mad bear, bull. I will keep this as my 2 favorite counts. Ending diagonal and microwave 4 in process. Most likely, the longer we go down, most likely we have finished this here. So even if this is not validated yet as a wave 4, it doesn't look likely anymore. So now, lower time frame, 12 hours, that should be enough. So again, if you were there during yesterday previous live stream, not gonna be a lot of new things. We didn't move much. I'm just gonna repeat and make it for the public side. So what do we have here? So we still have this as good potential count here. That has the potential to be pretty painful for a lot of people. And I like pretty much. The idea is to have an APC flat, expanded flat, knowing that our running flat minimum target will be here, 0.618. Intermediary will be around 22k, so above that high or above that high. That's a target. But you can see how this can turn unpayable pretty hardly, right? Because with all the fear we have here, all the position getting closed, all the selling happening, if we see price action coming back above 25k, people are gonna get mad. And there's surely good potential for a short squeeze here. And if the big players in the industry need a bit more demand to unload more supply or to position better on shorts, what the best things to do is to counter trade the crowd sentiment. And yeah, as we have been consolidating so far without capitulating, it the more we hold, the more it gives credits to such a count here. So that would mean all of this being corrective and we continue down, right? Could mean wave A and wave B of the bigger macro wave 4. And we could be going to the wave C toward 9K, for one example. Yeah, I didn't show the intermediary time frame, but most important that. Truncated wave 4, which one is it? Yeah, okay. So this one is not like it's not a count that I like. It's a count that I force fit to find solution. Yeah, to find a solution. As we have a long consolidation here, corrective move. Structurally, the most obvious part is that this move is a corrective move. We have something finished here, and we have a significant high here. So we have a potentially completed. We have a completed wave here, structure corrective. From here to down here, we don't have 5 waves completed. We can sort out an APC, so to be part of a big flat, just like I showed before, or something else, but we cannot count 5 waves down. We cannot count the end of a higher degree count like this. The only way for this to be an ultimate bottom is to count from that top, even if we do a slightly lower low, you know, because yeah, but in the ID it will be to count this as 5 waves, in fact, from that top. As it looks, you know, it looks almost like a triangle here. We have a consolidation and tightening price action, but we don't have a valid Elliott Wave triangle because this and this are lower lows. So we cannot have an A, B, C, and a D that is lower here. That doesn't work. But the shape has the shape of a triangle, consolidation. And so, yeah, I fit a WXY here like this, with a truncated wave Y. This remain an ABC flat, and a B, and, you know. So this part is correct, not really force fitting anything. It's just the fact to have a really shallow high here. But in that sense, I can find force fit a count that finish here. No, it's in the idea to try to see if I can have finished move down. It's not impossible. So if we have 5 waves, okay, now I'm gonna come back on the intermediary time frame. You know the ID. Where is my count now? Yeah, true, we have that as well. Just to count from the all-time high, 5 waves down, then I can make wave 4 here, for example. Now this is a bit too quick to really look like a finished fifth compared to the wave of the same degree, but that's how we could force fit something. C4, it's not the worst. You know, I'm not a fan at all of the WXYZ count on a trend, on a high time frame, especially. But that could be a solution. We can count an ABC down, and that would work for a wave Z here. WXYXZ. Yeah, that works, actually. Or a bit lower, you know. That's always the same. Intermediary, no, bearish one. Intermediary is here. Intermediary, we could be doing some sort of ending diagonal. We could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or all of that ABC as a 1, and we could last longer, you know, just drawing one shape here. Overall, an ending diagonal, you just have to wait to see price action develop and tightening into wedge form. And yeah, so in the idea, we could be in the process of building an ending diagonal, but it's way too early to really make a precise one for now. And bearish one is 1, 2, basically. And we are in the third here of the smaller degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the bigger third. Pretty much the idea. We can change the extension. That's not going to change a lot for what concerns us right now. So that's why I'm kind of making this as a wave 2 here. That's the most bearish count. That means that we are not going to go much more above 19k, most likely. Certainly not above previous high. And that's the rejection that we will see after going to be the full capitulation move, because we will enter into the third wave of the third potential. Pretty much the idea. So hope that is clear and enlightening. The liquidity crisis rather sounds like a natural cleansing process from leverage allows new rise, saying James Moore. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why for now, I mean, last week I made a pretty heavily bearish stream, right? I've been caught off guard. I've been fooled about FTX, and there was a lot of warning sign that I just ignored, didn't really see. But now we can start talking about the good side of all of that, right? And the good side is we are indeed cleaning over leveraged position. That's what we did for the past months, right? And at the end of the day, the FTX collapse is just a result of initial Luna collapse, which made 3AC collapse, and for all the hedge fund, I forget the name here, but you know, all of the ones that are going bankrupt here, most of them are because they've been over leveraged overall. So that's what we are cleaning clearly. Now we can hope that we are not gonna clean the most OG of the over leveraged people, which is Taylor, right? But I mean, that's its opinion as well. We are cleaning bad actors here. We're gonna hope that we don't have much more bad actors, or that we are not going to wipe them out. Yeah, now that's also why I believe we need to go lower at some point. Not necessarily here, that's why I'm gladly looking at a range like this and a flat like this. But if we are printing such a flat, you'll see continuation down. And I'm expecting lower level because that's the best way market can have to clean the wrongdoing people, the over leverage one, the one that are secretly bankrupt or whatever. Best way to do it is for price to go down, and for bitcoins and other crypto to be moved in cold storage or into off exchanges. And I think that's only at that point that traditional investor gonna consider coming back truly into Bitcoin. Now I'll have signs to look at. I will be looking at GBTC, CME, Silvergate. Do we see them starting to break the bottom or not? Should be for me early sign. For now, Silvergate, for an example of the day, it's breaking down. It's making new lows still. Very high volume. There is capitulation, clearly. A lot stronger, in fact, than Bitcoin, because June low, yeah, it's here. May, yeah, it's not really equal, but the June low is around that price, and here we already completely went down here. That is kind of concerning. GBTC is also at this, what will be equal to 9K level or even below here. So 9K level is about here for Bitcoin comparatively. Now it's not showing any sign of reversal here. It's way too early. At least it's not showing an SFP kind of spring kind of action here. Not what we are seeing. CME is a bit more correlation is a bit better. But it's trading a bit closer than to Bitcoin. Yeah, need to see. Probably will be time to check how is open interest evolving here on this CME. You know, the only contracts that have been allowed to be traded are paper contract for Bitcoin. So that's incentive to go short Bitcoin rather than long, right? It gave a meaning to short Bitcoin to the financial industry, so it kind of a bit normal, but if we can see a flip of position from the big player on this asset, or if we can foresee a future where we'll have a true Bitcoin ETF backed by Bitcoin, it would be really nice. Bito, there is no interest in it. I think Bito is the one backed by Bitcoin, right? And backed. Look at this. Backed. Don't remember which institution it's this. Who did backed? Whatever. But you know, that was supposed to be the institutional on-ramp for Bitcoin and for real Bitcoin. So contract backed by BTC, not USD. And we saw interest here, but there is like zero volume here. That's also where we should see institutional bulls coming into one or all of these stickers, right? And I'm not seeing them so far. Yeah, pretty much it. And about these stickers, there is some FUD going around. So we'll see how this evolves. Need to study this more deeply. But the one who own Grayscale, which is DCG, Digital Currency Group, I think. So they are the owner also of CoinDesk, and Genesis, who is in trouble right now and is seeking for $1 billion of liquidity. And there is some concern that this could impact GBTC if Genesis is seeking for external funds and its parent company doesn't have the funds that it needs. So we all hope they're all going to be okay, but if, Grayscale went to go bankrupt, I don't know what happened, but I guess at some point you have a liquidation event. We are not really at here yet. It's really just thought for now, but there is a concern, and clearly it's concerning some people that are trading GBTC because it's trading at a 50% discount so far. Until the discount tightening back to its real value, I'm gonna be doubtful about the bottom for Bitcoin. That's about GBTC. Silvergate, it's kind of concerning because apparently it is the main bank. It was the main bank of FTX, Alameda, but it is also the main bank of Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, Crypto.com, and a lot of people. And clearly it seems to be stressing some people there. So anyway, keep calm, look at the chart, keep hope, but yeah, don't overrate, right? And be aware we could go much more down. So on the lower time frame count that we have here, what we talked about yesterday was mainly two count. Either an ABC here in process, the wave C. So okay, I could be seeing such a count with an expanding diagonal. I will want to see a bit more move up. So now this high gonna be extremely important for this count. But now we made a decent high, high enough. I did not invalidate it an expanded flat. Maybe check on other exchanges, but it is a lower high than here. So we have a valid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially in process, that will get us below that low with the 1-1 extension just slightly below. But with the inefficiency of the weekend, we could see anything in this area, right? With an NPOC. Should we see further continuation? In that case, we have a good candidate for an ABC move, long C, but expanded flat, that's okay. We have an impulse move here, so that will mean a continuation out of this. If this play out, then obviously look at take profit conservatively here above the high. We have a naked POC. Then we'll have the 1-1 extension coming somewhere in here. Nice target will be for this to go for 1, 2, 3 over potentially A, B, C. Now you see how this is getting a bit long to have a very nice 1, 2, 3 kind of shape here. I mean, 1, 2, yeah, that's a very long wave 2. So if we do wave 3, 4, 5, doesn't look really right unless we are going for an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if the wave 3, the third wave here is smaller than 1, So it will need to stop before the 1-1 extension. Hey, okay, that's really close. I'll expand it flat maybe. I will see. I'm gonna delete that for now. That doesn't need to be here. Yeah, globally it's... I like that. I liked that it count 1, 2 ABC here. This is getting a bit too long now, but it's still valid. Should we take liquidity below that low and still make a higher low compared to that one? I think it's still a good buy area between 16,000 and 15,800. Should we see such a move, which it's not made yet. Alternatively, we had a triangle. So we could be extending the triangle. That is exactly what it looks like right now. Because really, we still have... we had tightening price action here. Now we expand a bit yesterday, but after all, not so much. We are still in a tightening price action. So we have the shape of a triangle. What could this be part of? Well, many things, but mainly we'll be looking at this as an impulse and this as a triangle potentially. So an A, B, and looking for a wave C. One extension being the favorite target. As long as these lows hold, it is a very valid option still. We have an APC move. I'm gonna close a bit of short here, I think. Yeah, that's at least what Elliott Wave tell us here. Broke the triangle here on the other side, but I'm breaking it here. Still okay. You know, we have two outside here. But yeah, mainly ABC looking at this. Now, how do you fit that in the large account? It could be a WXY, a bit higher. Or it could be part of a larger triangle, you know. We are consolidating overall. So it could be an ABC to make, for example, here wave A, B, C of a larger triangle, D, E, an example. Yeah, many things. But we have also tightening price action on the higher time frame. We have such a thing here, but also all of that. It's kind of normal to have a shape of a triangle. Now, it doesn't mean it will be a real Elliott Wave triangle at that point. Because we could really just do this, you know, and keep ranging here and find another way. But it's pretty clean. It's a clean count. There's a triangle here. If I look at the subdivision, I mean, ABC, 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 or ABC, WXY. Right. ABC. How is the order flow looking like? What do you think about a symmetrical triangle? Yes, you're talking about the lower time frame, so I guess we have a bit of absorption here. I have missing data, no? Yeah, I have missing data here. Big shot, what is that coming out from? How does it look like on Binance? People are really uncertain. There is more position closing than anything else. Getting wrecked. So yeah, a bit of selling getting absorbed here. A bit. And there is a bit more new interest on Bybit in that range. Which was forming more of a bullish div so far. Here in the head it's not that obvious. You see how there's just nothing here. We have the short squeeze. We have aggressive position coming. We have a short squeeze and then it go back flat here. Long opening. So nothing obvious to my eyes, apart from it is a triangle. So in theory, a triangle, at least you have your invalidation, you know. The previous low, so which one it is, I'll probably just take that one. Could be an A, B, C, for example. And the target of that, well, it will be a 1-1 extension for a triangle. Right? Or at least 1-1 extension of that. So 0.618. As always, if you start to see a move like this, I will have a nice take profit here, potentially tightening my stop to break even, or even higher if I want to be more protective. Keeping in mind, it is a valid position. Now it's really often that we have the shape of a triangle and we turn out to break that shape, or enjoy this. It's still good. I mean, that was yesterday. Luckily I had some take profit on that, which already went long here. Some take profit. I am adding a bit more, yeah. When I'm still short overall. It's pretty much wasted. Be careful again if you go long. Well, be careful if you do anything. What's that? Move can get pretty wild anytime. And as we are losing liquidity and volatility, and we are trying to find balance again, here the balance seems to be 16,800, where we spend the most time and the most volume. Yeah, nothing say we cannot have, you know, a fuck you candle anytime. So yeah, any winning trade should have quick take profit. Any side, my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was an interesting shape on GBTC. I think that was GBTC, right? Yeah, well, there's several, but was looking at this and say, okay, we have a lot more premium price action here on the 2017 top 18, which make 2021 top a lot closer to the previous one, which makes this a lot less impulsive. Look, we don't even have a fifth wave here. When on Bitcoin we made a higher high on that move, which make a valid fifth. Here we don't really have it. Then we have a three move up that is below 161.8. So potentially, looking at that chart, I could see an ABC here. If I'm looking at the retrace from high to that low, I'm in the territory of this potentially being an AB here. It could be in a wave C here. Which is the bonus count here. 1-1 extension coming not so far. Interesting idea, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just an idea like this. Anyway, do I have anything else to say? Longs are long on Bitfinex. Yeah, keep a close watch on what happened on Bitfinex, I would say. You don't want to see them in a liquidity crunch, and there is a lot of funds that are being loaded and borrowed there. So yeah, keep an eye in this section, even more than usual. Increase of short, significant comparatively to the long. It's still not that much significant. We have 7,000, so that's big. 7,000, but compared to here, 5,000. Yeah, it's comparable. We have an increase in short position here on Bitfinex, clearly. But we still have overall a position that is around 120,000 BTC of margin long compared to just 8,000. So almost all the short open interest is here. You know, here you see the difference. It's still meaningfully heavily long. Ethereum, otherwise, weekly chart, well, still looking at this, obviously. Should we see the price? But for now, it's not. This looks like a pause, so now we'll see if we have further correction or another move down. It doesn't say anything about, well, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't look like a bottom. If we sweep that low and see a recovery, then kind of look a bit better. If we move up before, doesn't look that good. That's the general idea, in fact. Which side do we sweep first? The high and the low, or the low? Most likely, probably want to fade the first move of that out of that range. Now, to the downside, you have to be a lot more cautious because it is what it is and it can collapse. If you see a move that goes to the high and reject, that's clearly a short. If there is a move down that getting reclaimed, that look better as a long. I don't really have a count that would suggest any 5 waves finishing here. That's my problem, to go long. So I prefer to go short over there. But on the higher time frame, I think I would want this slow to be swept more or less significantly and recover to then give a bit more credit for a low. That doesn't look like a low. Do we see a sweep and a recovery? Well, we'll discuss this again. Magic spread, it's flat, not much interest here. Growing open interest, but yeah. On Coinbase, yeah, nothing significant. No. Not obvious to me. There was selling here, though. And obviously, Tether is still trading at a slight premium. That's usually a rather bullish sign. At least it is as long as Tether is solvent. Wyckoff wise, there is not much more to say. Unless we reclaim this look like a show of weakness, and in a retest of the 19,000 area, has a probability to be a bearish retest. Should this get reclaimed, then we can talk again about the bullish side. And that's pretty much it. Bonjour Sputnik, I'm just down here, but bonjour. Hi now, well, good to see you, guys and girls. I believe I'm done for today. Yeah, not forgetting anything here. I remade a recap of the high time frame, mid time frame, lower time frame counts, so some of the ideas that come in my mind. Yeah, what to expect shorter term, potentially. I emphasize again, this is resistance, right? This is where if we see a move back in this area and a rejection, that is where you want to look for it. Really clear in red. Okay. And that's it for me. So thanks again, everybody. I hope this was useful, helpful in any way. Trade safe, take care, and see you soon.